Hello Bloomington, I'm Mayor Tim Busse, and this is the Council Minute for the week of July 21st. There is a lot going on. So instead of going in depth today, I'm going to provide the highlights of the council meeting on Monday night and update you on a few other things as well. On Monday, the City Council had a discussion about the language that will appear on the ballot in November, asking residents if the city should continue to use ranked choice voting in city elections. Now, if you're thinking, didn't Bloomington already vote on the question of ranked choice voting? And hasn't the city been using ranked choice voting in municipal elections for the past 4 years? You're exactly right. Back in November of 2020, Bloomington voters approved a ballot question asking if the city should change the city charter and used ranked choice voting in elections for mayor and city council members. The ballot measure passed with 51% of voters saying yes to ranked choice voting in a year when 92.4% of registered voters cast a ballot here in Bloomington. But just like the city charter was changed to approve ranked choice voting, it can be changed again so that the city would go back to the more traditional form of elections that include a primary election and a general election. A group of Bloomington residents collected enough signatures through a petition effort to put the question on the ballot once again this fall. Our discussion on Monday evening was about the specific wording of that ballot question. City staff proposed a couple of ideas, and the council offered some suggestions as well, all with the idea of making sure the ballot question is straightforward and easy to understand, while at the same time ensuring that the language accurately reflects the intent of the residents who presented the petition. Ultimately, we came to a consensus on the language, but the council asked staff to take one more look and bring back final recommended language at our August 5th meeting. The bottom line is that the question of ranked choice voting will be on the ballot once again this fall, and you will certainly be hearing more about it between now and November. Also on Monday, staff provided status updates on the 3 Bloomington Forward projects: the Community Health and Wellness Center, the renovation of the Bloomington Ice Garden, and the 9 Mile Creek Corridor Renewal Project. There's a lot going on with the Community Health and Wellness Center. The council heard about sustainability, a summary of amenities, and saw some very basic designs for the facility and for parking. We also had a good discussion about cost recovery, trying to find a balance between ensuring that everyone has access to the Health and Wellness Center and ensuring that enough revenue is generated through user fees and memberships so that a good portion of the facility costs are covered. There's been a lot of community engagement already on this, and the council will be reviewing the results of a statistically valid survey at our meeting on August 26th. The project to modernize the Bloomington Ice Garden is also moving right along. The council improved a bid package for refrigeration equipment and new dasher boards back in April. Staff met with our friends at Bloomington Public Schools in June to talk about high school locker room designs, and they're looking at ways to redesign the parking lot to make it safer. And after looking at a number of possible options, it was decided that the project's sustainability focus will be on solar energy and electrical equipment. The roof over Rink 3 can handle the solar array, and staff is looking at solar compatibility on the rest of the facility. There was an open house this week where folks had a chance to check out the concept designs and hear more about construction plans and timelines. Work will begin this fall on the refrigeration equipment and the area of the building that will house that new equipment, and full construction will start in mid-March of 2025. Over at 9 Mile Creek, the site assessment of existing conditions has started. The design team is doing a topographic survey, a natural area assessment including wetland delineations, bridge assessments, and a creek assessment. That work should be done by this fall. Upcoming events include a Nature and Ecology Creek Walk on July 30th. The walk will be led by staff from Park Maintenance, Water Resources, and 9 Mile Creek Watershed District. It goes from 5 to 6. Everyone is welcome. The next large engagement event will be at Moyer Park on Wednesday, August 7th. Focus group discussions regarding accessibility and connectivity will begin in early August. The plan is to have concepts for the community and the council to review in October, and a recommendation on the overall project concept elements, specifically as it relates to trail use, will be available in December. As I said earlier, these are just the highlights of these 3 projects. You can find a lot more information on each of them at the Bloomington Forward website. I also want to take a minute to recognize your great Bloomington City staff. Last week, our outstanding communications staff received 10 awards as part of the Minnesota Association of Government Communicators 2024 Northern Lights Awards Contest. There were 162 entries submitted to this year's contest from organizations across Minnesota. Bloomington won 4 first place honors and 1 individual special achievement award. Overall, Bloomington Communications received the most awards of any single organization in the contest. The first place awards were for the Bloomington Tomorrow Together State of the City event, the Bloomington Tomorrow Together Corporate Report, the Top Fun Highway to the Open House promotional video, and a video explaining the city's sidewalk snow removal priorities. Also recognized with second and third place awards were the Bloomington Forward public information work, the Bloomington Briefing, and 3 video series, Bloomington Today Refreshed, Notable Neighbor, and Snowplow Heroes. And I do want to point out a really cool award. Bloomington Communications Administrator Janine Hill received the Minnesota Association of Government Communicators' highest honor, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Janine started with Bloomington as a part-time communication specialist in 1999, went full-time in 2003, and was promoted to Communications Administrator in 2007. She manages the city's print publications, video production, websites, social media, and cable TV franchise administration. Janine has led the communications division to more than 100 local and national awards, and she is a rock star. Congratulations, Janine. And finally today, a big mayor's shout out to communications interns Amber Lotsky and Weeman Yakison for creating a new City of Bloomington Instagram Reel series featuring our pets. My boys Jake and Elwood had the honor of being the first guests on Prospectives, a new series highlighting the furry friends of Bloomington. Head over to the City of Bloomington Instagram page to see the full reel, and if you have a doggone cute pet photo to share, we would love to see it. You can submit your pet pics at blm.mm/photo. Be sure to write a short description about your four-legged friend for a chance to be featured in Prospectives. That will do it for this week's Council Minute. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next time, stay safe, Bloomington.